An unresolved threat doesn't stay contained to its point of origin, but it spreads through the whole operational picture, and financial strain works very much the same. Financial stress is an operational distraction. If your money isn't secure, neither is your performance. Of the 8 dimensions of wellness, so far we've covered physical, emotional, and occupational wellness. Today's spoke is one many think is strictly personal and impacts an employee's life solely outside the office, and that is financial wellness. In intelligence, you learn that an unresolved threat doesn't stay contained to its point of origin, but it spreads through the whole operational picture, and financial strain works very much the same. It doesn't stay in someone's personal bank account, but it shows up in their focus, their decision making, and eventually in your organization's output. Imagine driving a fully prepped tactical vehicle, but with a steady leak in the main fuel line. The engine runs fine, the tires are fully inflated, but fuel is constantly draining out underneath. The driver is then forced to spend 80% of their attention staring, panic-stricken at the fuel gauge, wondering if they'll make it to the next checkpoint. This is a representation of chronic financial stress. The primary danger isn't just the leak itself, it's driver distraction. When a team member's cognitive bandwidth is consumed by financial survival calculations, their visual field narrows. They miss tactical turns, make critical operational errors, and suffer from a severe drop in executive function. And it's not about the size of the paycheck either, but it's about control, predictability, and a functional relationship with the resources they actually have access to. And this is regardless of income level. So much like occupational wellness, the data on this spoke is some of the most directly related to whole health of the entire wellness wheel. So let's start with the data. PwC's most recent employee financial wellness research found that 59% of employees report being stressed about their finances. These same employees are nearly 5 times more likely to say that money problems distract them from during the workday. And that distraction isn't abstract. Further reports show that employees lose an average of 7 hours of productivity per week to financial stress. And this is a drain that's estimated at roughly $183 billion annually across the US economy. And there's more. So half of workers surveyed, 53% have less than $5,000 saved for an emergency, and 30% have less than $1,000. So that's a workforce with almost no operational buffer for unexpected circumstances. And among our Gen Z specifically, 85% say financial stress affects their mental health, and 71% report it directly reduces their productivity. And so this is a spoke where the line between personal and operational disappears the fastest. An employee running a financial deficit in their personal life is functionally running a distraction protocol during company time, not by choice, but out of necessity. And so some common financial issues include, but are not limited to, debt anxiety, which causes that persistent low-grade cognitive load that competes with focus all day. Another common issue being living paycheck to paycheck. That's a state that makes every unexpected expense feel like an emergency. And then when within the workplace, financial conversations are treated as taboo. It then in turn isolates that employee already carrying financial stress, which further weakens a team's trust factor. And so, how do we establish financial wellness? Well, though it is expected that an employer offers a fair and livable wage, it is the responsibility of an employee to establish their own financial health. So for the individual, start by setting up a tactical reserve. Automate 7 to 10% of your paycheck every payday into a separate account before it ever hits your personal one. And this strategy works best because financial stress consumes the cognitive bandwidth a person would otherwise use to make better financial decisions. So think, a reserve that requires ongoing willpower will lose to that same stress, but a reserve that requires one decision made once doesn't. Additionally, I would encourage you to take advantage of any financial literacy workshops or programs offered by your employer and have a conversation with HR if there are any financial benefits that you don't fully understand, and then leverage those resources. For my organizations, continue to offer modern financial intelligence resources and workshops as a corporate benefit, and focus on debt reduction and wealth building. Don't just offer the annual 401k enrollment reminder, but instead encourage frequent financial literacy conversations and then actively promote your employees to participate. When asked, nearly half of employees surveyed, again by PwC, said that they are highly motivated to learn about budgeting, investing, and managing debt. So the demand for this is already there. The gap is access, not interest. Financial wellness rarely operates in isolation from occupational and emotional wellness. Financial strain narrows a person's decision-making capacity, the same capacity we discussed in episode 3, and it raises the stakes on every occupational boundary decision discussed in episode 4. So an employee under financial pressure is less able to establish healthy professional boundaries precisely when they need it most. So as you can see, financial wellness is not a paycheck problem, but a systems problem, and one that follows people through the front door every single morning, whether we acknowledge it or not. Next episode, we look at the most underestimated and misunderstood spoke, social wellness. We'll uncover why and how isolation is a measurable business risk, and then share some solutions for mitigating those risks. Once again, I'm Tiquita Stewart. Stay sharp, stay focused, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next episode.